I was feeling rather perturbed and weirded out by the whole entire fucking world. I knew something had to fucking change. I was so riled up by everything that was going on, my future and prospects and all this other bullshit. I could not stop thinking about the next thing. This had to change. I ended up taking a trip to Candino based on some nostalgic ideas about the place and a book that I was set to read in class that was about an ale trip there. And I went, I drank ale, and I had a good fucking time. I realised that there are more places than just Liverpool, and that here I was feeling rather boxed in and isolated, and was mostly keeping to myself. I decided, fuck it, I would book a night in Holyhead, trek out along the North Welsh coast, and learn about my surroundings a bit more. Where the hell would this take me? The train in Wales is always quite nice. I do enjoy transport for Wales, and the trains have always usually been quite quiet, based on the ones that I've taken anyway, just because I've gone out at obscure times of the day just to catch as much sunlight as possible. I would stop in a town called Shotton, which I did not film, where I had a Wetherspoon's breakfast and was one of the first people inside upon the doors opening. It was beautiful, much needed. I drank a shit ton of coffee as well. First destination would be a small town called Colwyn Bay. I mainly knew it by name, and I didn't remember if I'd been here before, but I sat on the pavilion and played guitar for a bit, which was very nice. The town felt like a good trial run, a place that I had no clue about. I quickly hopped on the bus to Conwy for something a bit more exciting. I realised I hadn't been to North Wales in about 7 years, and had completely forgotten about the beauty of Conwy Castle. Conwy is a lovely, lovely town. I sat in the pubs, I ate beautiful, beautiful pastries, and these views, man, these views, they were crazy. I was in this castle for about an hour, and honestly, I could have stayed longer if I didn't have other destinations I wanted to go to. Conwy would take up a good chunk of my time on this trip, and I bloody loved it. I'd end up hopping on the bus to Bangor, and on the recommendation of the barman, stopping in Llanfairfechan, I think it's pronounced, to look at the beach and the surrounding panoramic view of the ocean and everything. And it was just bloody lovely. Once again, it is jaw-dropping. The bloody mountains behind you. It is something that a city kid like me, I don't know, it tickled a real itch that I've had for a while, to just stand and just take in nature. I don't remember the last time that I'd seen a setting like this. It was fucking gorgeous.
Bangor was a bit more noisy than Conwy and brought back some weird memories, but I'd soon hop on the train to Holyhead, where I would sit in a pub next door to the weird little dilapidated pub that I was staying in, and I ended up getting told off
For reeking of a joint after walking into the small local. I must say, not my proudest moment, but you know what? It was funny.
After a strange brief night's sleep in the attic of this shut-down pub, I suited and booted. It was about 5:45 in the morning at this point, and I wanted to beat sunrise by any means, just so I could catch it from the mountaintop, which I'm so glad I did at this point. The room was quite nice, honestly, other than the lack of facilities to some extent, but I made do.
I had chosen Holyhead completely at random, and the town was a weird, quiet place that I didn't really know how to put into perspective in my head as a fucking city kid. But Jesus Christ, Holyhead Mountain. I've never been to a place like it. I spent a good bit of time trudging around. Hours, in fact. I just couldn't get enough of it.
I eventually reached my final stop of Carnarvon, the last point of this trip. It was a nice town,
Lovely castle, although I missed the opening time. I spent most of it sat in the spoons, gorging my face after all the hiking I'd done. Formby.
So far, we've located a bridge. Pretty cool. Bit shit otherwise.
Gotta say